Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, my dudes. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Look. Soon. Wow, music's really loud for me right now. 1 second. I don't know if I have a cold or not. I've got like this weird like dry chest cough right now. So if I forget to mute and cough into the mic, I'm sorry. Bearded Bucket gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. I gotta move all this stuff. I'm redoing the layout again. I'm slightly shifting everything. It's so annoying because it's like nothing is more annoying than going live and everything's off like a little bit, like my camera position and everything. It's super annoying. But anyways, I don't think you can get COVID that quickly after getting COVID. It's only been like a month. What are we doing today? We are hopefully finishing Toasty Boy today, or correction, Tall Boy today. So we'll get to that in a minute, but usually, you know, when the stream starts, I like to like banter about random stuff for 5-10 minutes, give everyone a chance to get in here before we start actually building. So we'll do some housekeeping. CNC stuff. You guys want to talk about CNC stuff? I've got all the parts for the Milo V1.5 printed. I am reprinting a few parts though. I was told, I was recommended to scale stuff 100.4%, kind of like how we did with the V Minion. Well, it turns out 100.4%. My machines are too good. 100.4%, and the bearings are like hot dogs down a hallway. So I'm reprinting a couple parts without any scaling, like 100%, because it turns out my ABS profile is just tuned to the point where I don't need to scale. So I'm reprinting a few parts, nothing major, but I do have pretty much everything printed that's critical. And we're gonna play around with a few things, because I figure, hey, if I'm gonna build a CNC that uses 3D printed components, why don't we do it all at once? So a lot of this is printed in Polymaker, ABS, or ASA. The majority of it is. All the blue here is Polymaker, ASA, or ABS. Most of the other parts are Polymaker, ABS, or ASA as well. However, we're gonna get a little spicy with some stuff. So the spindle mount, not the front part, because I only have blue and ABS. But this rear part, this is Fadis Nex PA carbon fiber 25. So 25% carbon fiber, nylon printed at 340 Celsius. And I did anneal it along with the polycarbonate stuff. So this is the spindle mount. The Z motor mount is Nex ABS glass filled 25%. Originally, I wanted to print more than one motor mount in this. Unfortunately, hubris got the better of me. I was printing in Toasty Boy. I had an MCU timing error. That killed a print 70% of the way in. So, garbage, essentially. Yeah, I have it right here. Yeah, so, behold, very expensive garbage. And then, I started the print again after swapping the USB cable, because it turns out once I swapped the USB cable, it was fine. And I had a nozzle clog about 60% of the way in, which unfortunately, considering that thing is supposed to be a 250 gram part and I only have 500 grams of the stuff, all I had left was to print. I had enough for this. So right now, Toasty has a 0.6 nozzle in it, which I've had no issue. So if you're gonna print high carbon fiber or high glass filled percentage filaments, don't use a 0.4 nozzle. You're just asking for a jam. YouTube had a cough. It was on YouTube's end, not on my end. So we got glass filled nylon, or correction, carbon fiber nylon, glass filled ABS, and then also, I think this is glass filled nylon as well. Or actually, no, this right here, this is the X motor mount. This is printed in, what is it? Carbon fiber polycarbonate copolyester at 260 with a 110 bed. So that's what this motor mount is printed in. Okay. And then this motor mount, which is so that's the X, the Y. This one's the Y, or yeah, no, this is the X. This one is polycarbonate. just straight polycarbonate. So yeah, so I figure if I print the 3 motor mounts out of different materials, if any of them are bad, I can let you know it's bad. So that way I don't have to, like, you know, print the whole machine in one thing and then, oh, hey, this fails. So now if one of the motor mounts fails, hey, don't print your machine in this. So that's that. So I've got all the printed parts here. Kit should be in next week. Hopefully, if all goes well, I should be able to start this build series Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. I'm hoping next Friday to start the Milo, the Millennium Machines Milo V1.5 CNC build. I'm hoping to do that this Friday, and then after the Friday, it'll probably shift to Tuesdays. I don't think the build will take a long time. It's not that complicated of a build, actually. It's surprisingly simple. It's a CNC. There really ain't much to it, although you're gonna spend a lot of time making sure everything's squared and trammed out. That's the big thing with CNC. So I've got all those parts. That build will start hopefully next Friday. I won't be doing my normal unboxing. You know how normally, like, when I start a build, we do like unboxing and whatnot? I'm gonna do that as a video. So hopefully next week's video is part 0 of this build. Because I'll be able to talk about, like, printing and whatnot a little bit better in a video. Also, I'm trying to stick on a video a week for as long as I can. So I need to do a video. So part 0 will be a video, and then part 1 will be a stream. Now, for those that don't know, there's a bit of drama. I won't say drama, but people make it drama going on in the 3D printing ecosystem right now, involving a certain brand of 3D printer by a company out of on the other side of the Pacific that's having fire issues, and not quite fire issues, but they're having bed wiring fail. Now, of course, who would make machines like that? Of course, you know who I'm talking about. ANET. This is an ANET A8 kit. Rip Nero's affiliate link. My brother in Christ, you can't lose what you don't have. I never signed up for Bamboo Labs affiliate program. I never signed up for it. I was never invited to it, and and actually, you don't get invited to it. You have to apply, and then they approve you. I never applied. I never bothered applying for the Bamboo affiliate program. So, can't take what you don't have to take. So, a viewer of the channel, I'm not gonna shout them out unless they want me to shout them out. They're like, hey, do you wanna build an ANET 8.8? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, cool, here you go. And they sent me a kit. So we've got the bed, I guess. Oh, look how thin that is. Look how thin that is. Oh, it's so cute. Look at the soldering. Oh, good God. I think the bed thermistor got ripped out. We're probably gonna have to do a little fixing on this because, like, I think the bed thermistor got ripped out. I don't know. It's got tape on it. I'm assuming this kit was maybe built. I don't even know. I don't even know the status of this kit. The wiring. Oh my God. Oh, we are gonna have fun with this class. Ah. We've got. Let me check the power supply. Ah. Oh God. Oh yeah. Do we have a label? Do we have a brand? Hell no. There ain't no brand. Actually, there is no brand on here. It's just an S240-12, and it was warranty if seal broken. This was from November of 2017 is when this power supply was stickered. November of 2017. Smells like fire already. We've got our branded motors for the ANET A8. We've got our acrylic parts. We got some partially, I guess these are the XY joints. Okay, cool. Oh, we got a little 3D printed fan duct. Cool, cool. Got our lead screws, our rods, and then, of course, and by the way, we are building this fully stock. I don't have the manual though. There is no manual in here. I don't know if it was supposed to ship with. Unopened, wow. Oh yeah. Get some, is it pendulum? Twisted, or is not pendulum. There's a pendulum, who does twisted fire starter? But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna go retro with this build. After building the Polymaker last year, I'm like, I kind of have a thing now for building retro. Well, not retro. This doesn't deserve to be retro. It's an ANET A8, let's be honest. But I kind of have a thing right now for building older printers because it's different. It's fun. Prodigy, that's who it was. Prodigy. So yeah. So if anyone happens to have a Prusa Mark I kit floating around, reach out to me because I want to do that one next. Or any other old printer kits. So yes, we will be building this. The plan is for the ANET, if you want to know what the plan is for the ANET, I'm going to build it. What I want to do is I'm going to do a bunch of mods to it. And by mods, I mean, I'm going to do the things that people do or did back in the day that were common. So I'm going to do 3D printed drag chains. I'm going to do a 3D printed tool head thing with a bunch of fans and ducts on it. And then what the plan is, I'm going to wire up LEDs. So the plan is I'm going to use all the existing wiring on it, okay? All the existing wiring that comes with the printer as it is. Everything that's at the tool head though, or the bed, after we verify it works, we're going to actually print on it for a bit. I'm going to cut everything off. And then I'm going to terminate everything with LEDs and batteries. So what that means is all the wires that go to the tool head for powering the fans, for powering, for the thermistor, for the heater, all that is going to get replaced with just low voltage LEDs. And then I'm going to have it print a repeatable G code that's just a big cube with like 40% infill with honeycomb. Basically, I want it to be moving like a printer non-stop. But there's going to be no heater, there's going to be no danger of fire because everything's going to be low voltage at the tool head. So I'll just have a bunch of LEDs lit and then we're going to let it run in the background. And I'm just going to keep it on. Kind of like how there's that tar test, you know, there's a famous test experiment where they have this like jug of tar pitch. It's like really, really viscous. And like every 10 years, a drop falls out. Like that's how viscous it is. We're going to be doing that with the ANET. So I kind of want to have it sitting in the background, doing a repeating motion constantly. And then we can, by checking the LEDs, we can see when wires break and when it's a potential fire. So I kind of want to see how dangerous this thing actually was. By basically putting it in its worst case scenario without actually risking it. So that's kind of what the plan is for the ANET. I want to revisit the myth of the ANET being a fire starter by seeing if we can make it a fire starter, essentially, without actually it starting a fire. So that's kind of the plan with this. Kind of like how we took the Polymaker and we made it move fast. I want to take the ANET here and see if we can make it do what everyone says it does, which is be a fire risk. Nice 3DP, €2. Cheers, appreciate it. Just because, do not forget to smash the like button. How do you simulate temps? I'm not going to simulate temps. I'm going to simulate the motion. So I'll just have it print like a G code that doesn't have any thermistor controls or heater controls in it. And everything, instead of going to like heaters or thermistors, will just be a low voltage LED. So that like a 5-volt LED. That way, if it does break a wire, there's really no risk of it starting a fire because it's a low voltage LED, like it's only 5 volts. But we'll see if it breaks. So that way we can simulate like wires breaking and thermal runaway and whatnot without actually risking it, hopefully. So we'll see. Also, yeah, apparently the stock firmware has no thermal runaway. We are running it stock. We are running it stock. So that's that. What else? Oh yeah, and non-joking aside, if you have a Bamboo Lab A1, there's pretty much a recall going on with them. Let me pull it up here. I did a video about it yesterday just as a PSA, which by the way, that video led to 2 or 3 people getting banned from the channel because people are dumb in the comments. But TLDR, reach out to Bamboo. There's issues with the bed wiring. on the A1, only the A1, not the A1 Mini and not their Core XY machines. Apparently they just used really shitty wire for it, and it's sparking and causing issues, and yeah. So if you own a Bamboo, check out their subreddit, check out their social media and whatever. It's not good. Apparently they've stopped all sales, and it's probably going to be a full-on recall of the A1, or I hope it's a full-on recall. And also, if your unit is affected, it's a 2 to 3 month wait for a replacement. They're offering you the chance at a refund though. So is what it is. Okay, let's build a printer. Yeah, Micro Centers are pulling stock. Micro Centers were selling them like hotcakes, and they've pulled stock. So Micro Center won't even sell them right now, which I don't blame them. It's a liability issue now. Personally, I wouldn't even run it. They have a fix, which is like a little 3D printed part that just moves the failure point further up the wire. If I had an A1, personally, this is my own opinion, as an independent person, not beholden to any company. If I had a Bamboo Lab A1, I'd be returning it for a full refund. Like, I would not play around with that. If they've shown that, you know, that kind of fault can get by their internal testing, what else is there? That's what that screams to me, because it's such an easy failure that so many people are catching less than like, what, a month after release? And it's happening to quite a few people's machines. Yeah, I'd be requesting a refund if I were you. But I'm not you. You do what you want. I'm not your mom. Oh, I don't have my wheels locked. Actually, move you over here. There we go. Haha. You could tell I've been moving stuff around. Everything's, lock the wheel. Lock the wheel, come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I would not trust a repair and would not trust a replacement. Yeah, well, it's a mains voltage bed too. It's a mains bed. I don't know if they use the same hot plate setup that the A1 Mini uses, because I haven't seen a teardown of it, but it is a mains voltage bed too. And I got a feeling that wire is just a commercial off-the-shelf item that they bought. Like, I don't know if it's like a purpose-built wire or if it's just a commercial off-the-shelf thing. Okay, so hello. Say hello to Tallboy. This is called Tallboy because it's a V2 that's taller than spec. It's like 400 on the Z. We are currently doing a series of mods to it to make it betterer. So we've got a CANBUS tool head board, the SB2209 from Big Tree Tech. We also have a KRAKEN under the hood, also from Big Tree Tech. We have the Chaotic Lab XY joints and AB motor mounts. We have Klee's beefy idlers, both for the Z and the front idlers. I finally printed the parts so I can swap out these blue parts for the belt holders. So what I'm gonna do is we gotta get power to this. I forgot to get the stuff. Shoot. Dang it, I forgot to do a bunch of stuff. We'll start with flashing or actually we gotta solder. We're gonna start with some soldering. So let me get my solder stuff out, because I gotta connect some wires here, and then we'll do some soldering. And then we gotta get the firmware installed on it. While the firmware is doing the firmware stuff, we'll play around with getting all the belts tuned up and everything, go through the whole Kiao thing. We're pretty much at the point where we're almost ready to print with this. We just gotta go through the final setup. And actually, I gotta find a power cable. How do I not have a power cable? I mean, I've got a ton. I just gotta find one that isn't being used. Which one of these is not being used? Are you being used? Yeah, you're being used. Are you being used? No, you're not being used. Haha. Yeah. So we got to connect these wires. This is for the thermistors. We got to connect the thermistor wires together. Let me raise this up. we go. So we got to connect the thermistor wires, and then we got to flip it on its back. We'll pull the SD card. We'll get the firmware installed. And then there's some other stuff under the hood we got to finish hooking up, I believe. Oh! I forgot to buy the terminals. Why didn't you remind me to buy the terminals, class? That's what I forgot to buy. As I was getting ready to go live, I'm like, I'm forgetting something. I was supposed to do something before I went live, and I can't remember what it was. And now I know it's the dang... It was the spade terminals. I need to buy terminals. I know I need to buy terminals. Where were you 2 hours ago? Where were you 2 hours ago? I'm gonna get a DM from somebody at like 3 in the morning on like Thursday. Hey, buy terminals. You did remind me, just never listen. I do listen. I do listen. I listen all the time. I am the most attentive streamer in the world. Now, who's going to be a good person and remind me to put the heat shrink on before I finish this up? Go. Did I burn myself? I burned myself. How did I burn myself? How do you burn yourself? Okay. Now, luckily, these are easy because they are don't matter which one goes to which. Melt a little bit of solder, get some flux going. Oh, come on. Ah, shoot, come on. There we go. There we go. You need a whiteboard in the studio to wipe your shopping lips on. I do have one, but it's downstairs in the print room, downstairs that I'm currently renovating. I got a fan over here. It blows the fumes away. There we go. So that is thermistor wiring done. Now we got a little zip tie down here to zip tie it all down. Get the zip tie. Just keep the wires so if I ever flip this over, it doesn't hit the bed. There we go. A little bit of wire management is always good. Okay. So that's that. So I should be able to flip this over on its back now, and then when I flip it over, we will start getting the firmware set up. So I gotta flash the SD card because for some reason it didn't work last time. So now we gotta try again. So that's everything above board is done. All this is done. This isn't attached yet. I still gotta put on the magnet. I'll do that later. Because we gotta figure out where this bed's gonna live too. Because again, nothing here is standard. There we go. Okay. So, where did we leave off last time? That's right, the little tabs. I'm gonna be back in a second. I'm gonna run downstairs and go get my things if I know where I put them. I have them. I'll be back in 1 second. 1 second here. I forgot to grab my little wire management stuffs. I'll be back. I goofed. I thought I had a whole box of them. I do have a box of them, but the box is empty except for one. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Well, I got one at least. Am I planning to install a Galileo 2 on one of my printers? No, I did it on 2. This has a Galileo 2 and the Trident has a Galileo 2. Or does the Trident have a Galileo 2? Yeah, the Trident has a Galileo 2. I've got 2 printers with Galileo 2s on them. Which are right there. Okay. So, let's wire manage this mess of wires that do things. Okay, where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? How did you go way over there? And then you under here. You go there. So we got this guy. So this is the male and female, and I can't remember. I ripped it out. Shoot. Can someone remind me if is it yellow blue or blue yellow? I ripped out the connector. Great. So I got to recrimp this now. And I got to guess which one is which. Awesome possum. I'm a big brain. Big brain. Biggest brain in the universe. Yeah, is it green yellow or yellow green? Which is which, class? Which is which? Okay, so let's put this through here. Okay. So luckily, the whole, oh, you got to twist your wires and have them bundled up for interference. Yeah, that's turned out to be not something we need to worry about in 3D printing. So we could just kind of, you know, in terms of wire management, we're doing the just kind of jam it in the corner school of wire managing, where we just kind of shove it all in the mass and just go, yeah, that's good enough. Ah, wire is managed. You can go under here. You and you gotta move. Oh God, these connectors are huge. Damn it. Oh my God. These connectors are huge. Like, I know why they're big, because they have to take, you know, NEMA 13s or NEMA, the bigger NEMAs and more voltage and whatnot, but still, it's a big boy. Okay. Okay. So now I got to recrimp this. Huge. Shoot, where are my tweezers? Where'd all my tweezers go? They were on here. Where'd you go? Ah, I dropped them. Didn't I? Are they? Oh, great. Nothing. Okay. Tweezers, dropping the little tweezers is dangerous, because the last thing you want to do, and I've done it, you want to know horror. Okay. Drop tweezers. So pretend these are tweezers, and this is the pointy end. So imagine you drop it and it's just sitting on the floor like this, and you walk, and this is your foot, and you accidentally do this, and you bump it against something, and you do that with your tweezers. Yeah, I've done it. It sucks. So I don't know where they're at. I think they're on the floor. I got to be careful for the next little bit now. Yay. So I'm kind of lucky here. If I screw this up, it's not a big deal, because it's CANBUS. So I got the power wires right. So that's good. So if I get these wires wrong, they just don't communicate, and I just reverse them and then they communicate. So luckily we got that going for us, which is nice. On the arrow side of the connector. What on the arrow side of the connector? What on the arrow side of the connector? Oh, well, you have two messages, and there's a million messages in between, so I gotta scroll up. Yellow on the right. On the arrow side of the connector, yellow. Okay. How did you manage the thickness of the lower belt covers given the AB mounts are 3mm versus the B failures are 5? Am I missing something? What did I do? I don't know. I think there's like a slightly different printed version you use. I can't remember. But they seem to be working with how I built them. I think they are a different printed part for it, but I don't know. Because I got it built, and I do have the pivot motion works, so it's obviously working. So oh, that wire broke. Try this again. Where's the new one I grabbed? Nah, shoot. Try this one more time. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, where's the little arrow? Oh. I don't see an arrow. What arrow are you talking about? There is no arrow on these clips. What do you mean, eh? So if I'm looking at the connector and I'm looking at the little tab, so it's got the little cutout for the tabs. Somebody post a picture of it on the Discord. Hopefully somebody posted a picture of it on the Discord. Oh, I forgot to do the add everyone I'm live. 1 second here. Copy. At everyone live right now. There we go. Okay, so if you're looking at that, yellow is on the right. Okay. So if I'm looking at the tab, yellow is on the right. And that doesn't even lock. There we go. You go there. Okay. Now for this, I'm going to do something that you're not supposed to do, but I'm going to do it because I don't have the connectors and I don't feel like just throwing them in without anything. So I'm just going to crimp a ferrule on it. I'm just going to crimp a ferrule on it. If I can find my ferrule. Where are my ferrules? Oh, here they are. I'm just going to crimp a ferrule on it for now, and I'll swap it out to a proper connector later. I just don't feel like sticking one of these just raw into that, but at least if I put a ferrule on it, at least there's no loose wires. So we'll go with that. Is that a custom build? What, this one? It is. Fabrico made a bunch of them for me a while ago. But that's a, is that a 300? I don't know. I gotta find a 350. I have a 350 one I gotta put on this. What part of Voron design are you involved? I don't know. That's a good question. Okay. Okay. Again, this is temporary. I'm only doing this temporary. This is just so I can get power to this for now. I will replace these with proper connections in the future. There we go. Okay. Wow, this, why did I not shorten that? Oh, whatever. A little Noctua's. Noctua's been making these fans forever. Like I bought these fans. One of these fans is actually the fan out of my Monoprice Select Mini, I think. Either that or it's on V226, doing the exact same thing. It's just a part cooling fan. I got enough. There we go. Good enough. Okay. So that's got power. That's negative, positive. Okay, that's good. That's got power. These have got power. Everything's good. Everything's good. That's got power. Okay, so now we gotta flash the SD card. So let's do that. Where is my card reader? Where did I put my card reader? Why do I always lose my card reader? Oh, there it is. Okay. Where the wires went? Oh, awesome. Yeah, for some reason, okay, so for those that don't know, I use Stream Beats for the music. And as part of that, it's royalty free. It's all pre-cleared with YouTube, but every now and then I get some numpy tries to copyright it, and I have to basically, I have two options. Either I fight it, which I do sometimes. You basically say, yeah, this is bad. Give me the oh, I gotta, there's a new version. Okay. Yeah, this is fraudulent. Like, they don't actually own the rights, and after a month they don't respond usually, and then it gets released. But unfortunately that means all revenue for the video outside of donations, so like basically ad revenue, gets pushed back a month on the video. So usually what I do is I just mute it. I just mute it. What is it? Okay, so this is new. So this is a Pi 3. Choose. Oh wow, this is all new. Okay. Which one do you use for Kiao again? Let me pull it up here. Kiao. Other, it's OS Lite. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Is it all legacy? Okay, whatever. Pi OS Lite. Choose storage. That one. Next. Edit settings. Okay, let me put in my settings. So we're gonna call this Tall Boy. Pi that. Password. Just can't see the password. Okay, I'm in Canada. There we go. Save. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay. So we're flashing that. Cool. Yeah, it's just 32. Don't use legacy. I didn't have an option for it. Only gives me like 1 second. There's no other option. Other like there's it is all legacy. Do you see a not legacy? It's all legacy. Like, okay, I've got a Pi 3, no filtering. Choose OS. Like, oh, there it is. OS Lite 32-bit. There we go. There we go. There it is. Yes. There we go. Yeah. They changed it. Before they didn't, like, now it asks you what Pi you're using and you got to put in the right thing. So what we're going to do is get this installed, then I'll flip it up. And then while it's doing the whole Kiao install process, which we know takes a while, I'll get all the belts tuned up and nice and tight, and we'll go from there. Well, you're still 30, but it doesn't matter. You're right, David, it doesn't matter. In fact, it's recommended it's recommended to use the 32-bit. So. So we got all these guys, which I needed to print. Yeah, really. Yeah, really. You always do. In the end of the day, it doesn't matter. For what we're using it for, it's like, I need to get a Pi 5. No, you don't. I mean, this is a Pi 3, and I've never had an issue with it. Half my printers run Pi 3s, some run Pi 4s. It don't matter. It don't matter. Apple Pie. Ooh, the Apple fanboys are out. Gotta love it. I made this post earlier. I'm like, hey, so I've watched, I don't know, has anyone else looked at the Apple Vision Pro reviews? There's absolutely nothing it does. Like, I watched 2 or 3 reviews on it this morning. I don't see anything it does. Like, other than the fact it's an augmented reality headset, it actually doesn't do anything. Like, people just showed, wow, you can FaceTime people and I can make my computer monitors float. Hey, I've already got my computer monitors floating in front of me. They're on arms. And like, there's no games for it. There's no killer app or anything. And then of course you got the Apple fan. People have said the same thing about damn near every, yes, but the iPhone actually did stuff. It was a very nice package with the touchscreen. It had some apps from the start. Also at the time, no phones had apps. Like this thing can't play Beat Saber. What kind of fucking VR device, sorry language, but in today's day and age, how do you have a VR device that can't play Beat Saber? Like, and yeah, the OG iPhone did a lot compared to other phones. So this guy's take is completely wrong. Apple creates the apps for him. Users determine what the killer app is. VR has been around for a decade now. My Rift S does everything this does. I could do video pass-through. I can VR chat with people on VR chat. This doesn't have VR chat. So I have no idea what people are dropping $3,500. Are they just watching movies while sitting down by themselves? Because here's the thing, nobody's gonna FaceTime people with this. Nobody's gonna go, oh shoot, I need to FaceTime my mom. Sorry, we're waiting on firmware to install. I got nothing else to do right now. Hey, I need to FaceTime my mom. Let me go to my charging station to get my headset, because it has a 2.5-hour battery, so it's always charging. Let me go get my headset. Okay, now let me put it on. Now let me wait a second while everything boots up and syncs and whatever, and now let me call my mom. Cool. Or versus, hey, I need to FaceTime my mom. Hey mom, how you doing? No, I'm good. No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, everything good? Cool, bye. 3,500 bucks. 3,500 bucks. 35. I don't get it. Because multiple 72-inch screens. Okay, cool. So for $3,500, I can buy 2, 4, damn near 5 of them. And I can watch them with other people. $3,500. And also, like, I know the glass is a lot, like the screen on it's a lot better, but I've used screens, desktop in VR isn't the same. You don't get the same pixel density. So yeah, it's a 72-inch screen, but you're not getting 4K resolution on that 72-inch screen. Yeah. I don't get it. I think as of right now, it's DOA in my opinion. Like, yeah, sure, there might be something. Also, it doesn't have controllers. So none of the games that use, no existing VR game will work with it. Like, that'd be like, hey, we're coming out with a new console. It doesn't do anything the other consoles do. It might be slightly better with a screen. And no, it doesn't have any of the games. It's like, I just don't get it. It's a pigeon. Or what was Apple's first, what was their tablet the first time they took a crack at a tablet? The pigeon? That's what I think this is. I mean, you don't have Beat Saber. How do you come out with a VR device that doesn't have Beat Saber? Seriously, how do you not have Beat Saber? The Newton, that's what it was, the Newton. How do you not have Beat Saber? Okay, so we're gonna come out with a VR headset. Awesome. Will it work with like Netflix? No. Will it work with this brand? No. What about games? Do we have games? No. Does it have Beat Saber? No. What can you do? Remember Rainbow Six Vegas on the Xbox 360? How you could scan your face and have a really shitty like representation of your face stretched on a VR model? You could use that to FaceTime people now. Not even used to that. No, Apple pissed off a bunch of companies because of their 30% cut for any App Store revenue. So a whole bunch of companies are refusing to develop apps for Apple right now, for the Vision. A bunch of companies are like, no, why would we? Why would we develop an app for you so you can make money off of us? No. So there's no YouTube app. There's no Netflix app. I know something seems to contain garbage. Clear, yes? I don't know what that means. Meat Saber. So no, I can't buy one. One, they only sell them in the US, as far as I'm aware. I can't buy them in Canada. Two, I don't own an Apple. I don't have an Apple account. I don't have any Apple devices. The Vision Pro would be completely useless for me because I don't have an iPhone, and you can't use it on anything but Apple shit. So it's a completely DOA product for me. I literally cannot use it. Where are you, tall boy? Where's tall boy? Is it not standalone? Pretty much every use case I've seen for it is it just passes through what your phone does. Or what your MacBook does. Like by itself, I think it has an M processor in it, but it still needs like, you still need to be in the Apple ecosystem. Okay, why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? Connect to the thing. I got the green light. What is this? iNode seems to contain garbage. Something screwed up with my install here. I'm getting this iNode thing that keeps popping up on the screen, and it is not connecting to my Wi-Fi. What is going on here? It has a huge battery. It has a huge battery that lasts 2.5 hours. And it weighs like, what, 2 pounds? It's a Linux error. Okay, so obviously I installed the wrong OS here. So yeah, this ain't working. Okay, I'm gonna do this on its side so I can power it up while fiddling with it. And over here. Okay, why aren't you working? It's an iNode error. Okay, where did I put the dongle again? How do I misplace stuff so frequently? I just want to make the printer do printer things. Where's my adapter? Took it out. How did I misplace an adapter? Oh, here it is. So 48 volt? Yeah, it can do 48 volt. It's called a KRAKEN. Link in the description or something. I don't know. Google it. Do some research. No, it's flashed. Okay, let me do this again. Okay. choose device. Okay, I'm not going to listen to the peanut gallery this time. Pi 3A, choose OS. I'm just going to do iOS Lite. Choose storage. There we go. Next. Edit settings. Okay, let me make sure I'm not leaking my details. Pi that. Hook up to the Wi-Fi. Password. Okay, save. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay, now we wait. Dianos 249, cheers and appreciate it. Leviathan is under spec compared to Kraken, is it? No. Define spec. What's spec? This moves fine with A4988s. Define under spec. You're using the wrong words. Leviathan is spec'd with a V2 in mind. Kraken is spec'd with a Phoenix in mind. So if anything, this is overkill in here. So it's not that it's under spec. That's like saying a 2-liter 4-banger is under spec in a Honda Civic. That statement made no sense. Seeing it's much more oriented towards AR mixed reality than traditional VR. The thing is, what can you do in AR that sells it? Like, I see pictures of like video of people cooking with it. I'm not gonna wear it while I'm cooking because you can't see everything. Like they said, it's like, yeah, if there's any darkness or whatever, you can't see details. And like, you can't see if you're putting like pepper or anything, you can't see it. I just, you know, for it to be, honestly, if they wanted to sell it as an augmented reality device, it needs to be all day. It needs to be something you could put on your head and forget you're wearing it. Not something that weighs multiple pounds with a 2.5-hour battery hanging off your hip. So they completely missed the mark trying to make it a VR device. And the eyes up front don't help. Wasted weight and cost. I don't get it. I don't know. I've been really anti-Apple lately because they've been annoying me because I want to buy Apple stuff because I do like some of the stuff they do. I just refuse to pay their introductory price for overpriced or for bare minimum equipment, and I think they rip you off when it comes to upgrade prices. So it's a neck muscle. I have a VR set. I have a Rift S. I have spent 8 hours in it in one go before. I've got VR legs. I have no problem in VR. I have spent 8 hours in VR before. When I got Half-Life Alyx, I beat it in one go. I just put on the headset and lived in VR for 8 hours straight, pretty much. And I had no problems. With the weight, with the cable and everything. I had no problems. So, but it's a VR device. It's not an AR device. There's a difference. They're trying to make it do two things and it can't do either. It's got no games at all. You got no buttons. So you got no buttons. You got to go off fingers, which the good thing with VR, hey, I could do this, right? And I can push buttons. With the Apple, if it don't see your hand, it can't see anything. Also, hi, guys in chat, I'm talking to you. Do you want to use a computer that is always watching your hands when you're on the computer? Just think about it for a second. And where is that data going? Okay, so I've got, the act light is blinking. Why are you not showing up on my system? Something is going on here and I don't know why. No controller, freeze your hands while you watch VR movies. I could do that with my Rift S. It's called I let go of the controllers and put them down if I'm watching a movie. Also, I'm not watching a movie. Oh, don't like that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. Why are you not showing up? Why are you not showing up on my network? Is the screen doing the thing again? No, it's like unpacking. What's it doing? It's doing stuff. Still not showing up on my network though. That's what I don't like. Let it go. Yeah, I'm letting it go. Okay, well, we'll let it do its thing. Normally, oh, this is a Pi 3, that's why. I do have a Pi 4 here. I could swap it for a Pi 4. I do have a Pi 4 here, if I need to. I'm just hoping I could stick it on the Pi 3, because I've already got the Pi 3. Is it still doing the thing? It's doing something. It's still not showing up on my network. Oh! Yay! Okay, so it gave me an error last time, but now it's working. It is right, and it doesn't always keep your old settings in the old version. Enable SSH and Wi-Fi. Ooh. Ooh, hopefully it enabled SSH. Oh, shoot. Well, we'll find out in a second here if I have SSH. Okay, give me my credentials. Okay, Toasty Boy works. Okay. It's annoying. I could see it in my network list, and normally when you click on the icon, it pops up and it gives you the IP address. But right now I'm clicking on it and it's, oh, there we go. It just took a second. Okay, copy that. Okay. So now CMD. Okay, SSH, Pi at that. Go. Yes. Pi. Oh, wait, I forgot. No, that's not it. We're in. We're in. Okay. Yay. That's probably not good for those little stomper feet I got on it, but whatever. Okay. Why not use that? Because we're doing Kiao for two reasons. One, I got to install some extra stuff like Clipper screen. And two, while it's doing that, it gives me something to, like, we can play around with belt tensioning and whatnot while it's doing Kiao. Okay. So we've installed that, we've installed that, we've installed that. Download, install, sudo apt-get update. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Hacker man. I know I could sit here and go boom, 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 boom. By the way, I need your opinions. Okay. Mandalorian helmet, okay? Ignore these defects right here. It was printed a little too cold for this filament. This is Prusament recycled PLA, and it doesn't flow as good as I would hope. It's also PLA, which doesn't flow good anyways at high speed. So this is just generic Prusament recycled PLA. So this helmet took, not counting these little ear thingies, these printed separate, but the actual helmet took 14.5 hours to print, full size. Okay, this is a full size helmet, 14.5 hours. What do you think for 14.5 hours? Ignore the printed a little bit too cold. Does it fit? Yeah, of course it fits. So for a 14.5 hour print, and this is printed with like 2 walls, 15% infill, like 4 top and bottom. Nothing crazy. Support only around the bottom here and for the eyes. There was no support for the top. And it printed like this on like a machine, kind of like, printed like that. Just do the whole stream in the helmet. The problem is these helmets don't sit right. Like, I could do it in the Mando helmet. The Mando helmet I could because it's actually padded up and it's got a fan in it. So I can actually, you know, my Mando helmet that I finished, this I could wear for the whole stream because it's actually padded and it sits right and I could see out of it. The only problem is everything is dark because these are tinted, these are welding glasses. So I don't really have, it's like I'm wearing the Vision Pro. I don't have the best visibility wearing it. And also my voice is probably muted a little bit. But I could wear this. I've worn this for like an hour before straight. And then I've got the Power Armor helmet down there. It looks better. Well, it's done. this one onto your home directory. Boom. Do that. We're in Kiao. Sweet. Install Clipper. Cool. So while that does that, and it's going to take a bit, we've got to put some clippies on this and get this all tensioned up. So let me get these out. Luckily, I printed the wrong one, but I printed it right. There we go. So this morning on a pad 7. Oh, pad 7's nice. I got a pad 5. I got to figure out what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. How is the pad 7? Would you recommend it? I have a pad 5. Here's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of pads to begin with because I don't like the screen being the controller on a lot of machines. Now, some machines it makes sense. If I was converting like an ender to clipper, it makes a bit more sense in my opinion to use a pad. But on like a machine like this, I don't really like that. Because you got the screen out here. Here's the thing. If I break the screen, I break a screen. If I break a pad 7, I broke the controller. And the screens stick out on printers. So that's kind of my thinking. How long is this? I don't have my pen there. See, here's the thing. I don't wear the apron as much as I used to. 16 mil. So I don't have my, I need to get a new thing. Obviously, as part of the rebranding, you're noticing I'm wearing flannel more. I need to get flannel t-shirts. That's what I need. I need flannel t-shirts. And not like this, but short sleeve and button, like a t-shirt that's flannel. That's what I need. I've got 2 of these. Are you still going? Yeah, you're still going. How am I missing all these pieces? In my beard. Shows nothing on it. Nope. I could do it. No. How would you stick it in? There we go. There we go. This is the content you guys support, just so you're aware. This is why you guys come here. I know it is. I don't like the CB one. I don't like it either. That's why my pad 5 has a CM4 in it. There we go. Okay, now I gotta do this side, which is gonna be fun because I don't want to accidentally bump it because it's powered up. So we're gonna walk around the machine. There we go. Where is that other button head? There we go. Are you 16 mil? You're not. Shoot, where's the other 60? Oh, come on. Really? Really? Really, really? Oh, here we go. Good enough to run Clipper. Here, the issue with the CB1 is not the power of it. It's the fact the Wi-Fi on it is junk. The CB1 has really, really bad Wi-Fi. Like, it's not good. I know they did a revision. I don't know if they fixed it fully, but that was an issue with the CB1. Every time I've used it, was Wi-Fi is just not good. For the person asking about printed parts, I think that's the same. I don't know. This is original. This red piece I printed, and then or no, yeah, There's a different size spacer for them, I believe. I think. I can't remember. Either way, it seems to be working. And no, I'm not doing the GE5E mod or whatever. I never really found a need for it. Get you started there. Actually, put this through here. There we go. Now we can pull it tight. Tighten this. How's that install coming? Still installing. We're good there. Let me tighten this. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now let me loosen this. And then I had to fiddle with a few of these to make them work, but I think we're good. Oh, dang it, this doesn't, I screwed up. These aren't the right ones. I printed the wrong ones. Shoot! I printed the wrong ones. They're supposed to have a little notch in them. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I forgot. These are three. These use the big one and the little one. This is the problem. I'm using old parts. The new revision of these uses two M5s, and this is M5 and M3. And I screwed it up. So I gotta use an M3 with a washer. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Use sonar? Sonar. What? Sonar. What do you mean sonar? Like the beeps and the squeaks? Or the boops and the whoops? The beeps, the squeaks, the whoops and the boops? There we go. Oh, and I put it on backwards. I'm a dummy. Biggest dummy in the world. There we go. So while I'm doing this for the third time, if you haven't entered yet for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. The link is in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. I know you want to win. I want you to win. So enter to win. Do this now. I think I was supposed to print a different one for the mod that I'm using, but I'm just gonna make the stock work because, yeah. What front idlers? They are the beefy, Klee's beefy idlers. Klee's beefy idlers. So I've got the beefy front idlers and the beefy Z, because I know it pisses people off when I say Z. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not in a rush, software takes time. This is a Pi 3, so unpacking isn't exactly the fastest in the world. So that'll give us time to get all our belts nice and tensioned at least. And then I got to figure out how to get this to not floop around. So. Then that's printing away. Your Pi 5 died already? What's up with the Raspberry organization? Apparently they're gonna IPO soon. I seen Jeff was talking about that on I saw a post about it on Twitter today that the Pi Foundation was gonna IPO or go public basically. So you could buy stock in Raspberry Pi. So what that means is initially the stock will be $5 to $20, but due to scalping and demand, the stock will go up to $80. Oh, shoot. The other one in first before I do that. I mean, good for them, get your bag, but I think, I honestly, I think Raspberry Pis have kind of lost the message, in my opinion. Is that straight? Yeah, that's straight. I think Raspberry had, like, the Raspberry Pis kind of lost the message, because the point was they were supposed to be super low cost computers, right? And the thing is, they're not really low cost anymore. And you can get other SoCs that are way more capable and at the same price now. Like, look how cheap, like, what is it, the Intel N100 platform is, and then you can also get, you know, Ryzen's, like the Ryzen APUs for relatively cheap. Wow, you're gone. Oh, there it is. There you were. So yeah, I think Raspberry's kind of lost their thing. Pi 02 is a great value if you can get it at MSRP. Like Pi 02s for like, I use them in printers. Any printer that like I want to put Clipper on, but I don't want to waste a Pi on, basically gets a Pi 02. Okay, so that's still doing that. Okay, so let's get this kind of. Okay, so there is a lot of slack on this. So let me see, how do I tighten this? Ooh, it lights up. Okay. So. Oh, beefy idlers, beefy. I started using an orange Pi 02 because you can get them for more than $500 RAM. There you go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's make this nice and even. There. Basically, I'm just kind of getting them somewhat even, then I'll start the whole de-racking thing. But it's kind of hard to see right now. Yeah, that one's got to go in. There we go. Okay. What is that? Unpacking. Cool. Move this to the front. That's touching. That's touching. How are my belts? That's good. Okay, cool. So one more. One. Usually what I like to do is I get them good and then I do like one for good measure. Ooh. There we go. Ooh. That is not good. See how it's doing that? It's doing the cross. Okay, maybe too much. There we go. There we go. No more binding. Okay. So that's that. Based on what you guys are saying, you need to get a CM4. If you're using like a pad, I like the CM4 personally over. Okay. Really? Okay, these ones are button head and everything else is socket head. Or correction, these are socket head, everything else is button head. Did I not have enough socket heads? Is that why? Or enough button heads, and I had to use socket heads for one of them. Did I seriously have to do that? I think I did. How long are these? Can I swap these? Maybe I could swap them. We'll see. We'll see in a second here. How long are these? Kisker, what is that? All of this effort to tell the IRS I didn't work in 20. I didn't even make one to get a return for 67. Hey, free buddies, free money. Remember, kids, tax time's coming, and if you owe the government money, you did it right. Yeah, okay, that's why I don't have a nice. You do not want to get money back when you do your taxes. If you do your taxes and you got money back from the government, you screwed up. I say this every year, and people still don't get it. If you do your taxes and the government gives you money, congratulations, you gave the government an interest-free loan for a year. You could have taken that money, invested it, spent it on whatever you wanted, but no, you do not want to get money back from the government. I mean, it's not horrible, but if you get money back from the government, that means you overpaid in your taxes. And that was money you could have done something with last year that you didn't. I'm just getting them kind of where I think they should be, and then we'll play with them after the machine's up and running. It'll be easier to balance these out, because the thing with the beefy idlers here is there's 2 screws that tighten them. So they're beefier, but there's a chance they can get, you know, canted. So what I'm gonna do is basically get this built, run it up and down a bunch, and then I'll play around with this to make sure they're even and we're not like rubbing on the side essentially. But that should be good. Those should be good. We'll see how the input shaper graph is. That's still doing that. Okay. Also, the light turns blue. Okay, so I need, what do you use? You use nylon for this? Is that what you're supposed to use? Also, I did get more of the PG7, so I got a whole bunch of PG7s. I could just use a piece of Bowden tube. I don't want to waste Bowden tube. Nylon. Do I have nylon I could use for this? I do. That's next PA nylon. It's not 1.75 stuff. I need like, I gotta get piano. Is it piano wire? People recommend piano wire. Yeah, piano wire. I gotta buy some piano wire. Your kit came with steel cable? Mine did not. My kit did not, unfortunately. I have weed whacker lines somewhere. Let me take a look. No. Yeah, I'll make something work. I'll figure out something. I'll just buy some piano wire. PETG filament. Yeah, any filament should work, I think. Like I do have, like I can just get some PETG. Yeah. Oh, this is not stiff enough at all. This is nowhere near stiff enough to do anything. It is flimsy. Now I know why Prusa uses what? It's like 3mm ID nylon, I think. Spare PTFE tube. That's what I'm gonna do for now. For now, I'll just use a PTFE tube. some wire wrap. Do I have any wire wrap out here? I don't think I have any, actually. Let me dig through the freezer box I have of leftovers parts. No, nothing in there. Nothing in there. Yeah, I'll just use this for now. I'll make it work. What I'll do is I'll just order some piano wire and some wire wrap and just make it look nice after. Because even this PTFE tube I don't think is enough to keep it from flopping. We'll see. I just don't want it breaking while we're doing testing, essentially. There we go. That kind of sort of works. Now, if I was smart, I would use the PTFE directly into here, but I'm not going to because then I would have to run PTFE like kind of how Phoenix does it. And I don't want to deal with that on a machine this size. So we're just gonna yeah, it seems to work for now. Oh, here we go, here we go. Add pi to the, yes. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna install Moonraker. Now that does that thing. Humidifier water tubing would work, I bet. I don't really have that on hand. I have, I got the CPAP tube. I could put the CPAP tube over it. Can't fix it with zip ties. I could have just used zip ties. I could have just used really long zip ties. That would have been cool. Okay, clean up these wires now. Back. Hey Rose, welcome back. Where did you go? Actually, I gotta turn the heater off. Or at least drop it down. It's getting warm in here. Oh, you're in a meeting. Go, that's that, that's that. More wire. So for those wondering about what the schedule is for the next little bit, this Friday, I don't know what we're doing. We might, I kind of want to get started on the ANET kind of soonish. So we might do that this Saturday. So Friday, we might just do a print and chill where we just put the front doors on the VZBot. And wrap up the VZBot build, and then just do a print and chill for the rest of the stream. So I think that's what we're gonna do Friday. So that Saturday, we can play around with the ANET. Does that sound, is that acceptable, class? Does that sound good? Are we does that sound good? I have it dehydrated now, and it uses a large PTFE tube to go down to my orbiter through in the bone. Is that too much pull? At this point, no, but in the future, maybe I might do multiple tool head on this one. Link to my new shirt in the Discord. Plaid flannel long sleeve. I don't want long sleeve, I want t-shirt. Also, Amazon.com don't work for me. I need .ca. Tap changer. If there's a kit, I'll do it. But I'm not going to self-source anything right now. I don't have the not in the cards right now to be self-sourcing stuff, unfortunately. What is an ANET? It's a thing. But yeah, for Kisker, if I was muted during your talk, 3mm ID is fine for reverse Bowden. That's what I use. Oh, okay, we're back. Let's just do mainsail because I'm used to it. We'll do mainsail. And then I gotta put clipper screen on here. And then what else? Then we gotta start playing around with CANBUS. It's been a hot minute since I've done CANBUS, so I'm gonna have to look up the guide for all that. Yeah, I know, buy terminals. What is that? By the way, do you know that Capricorn also sells filament? Do they? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm in Canada. They don't sell, like, I'd have to buy through a reseller in Canada. I'm not going to do that. What's the latest on Phoenix? Still being worked on. It'll be done when it's done. I don't know. I'm not really involved with Phoenix, so I don't have any information. And what I do have, I'm not going to tell you because it's not public. So. Is that a Trident? It's huge. It's not a Trident, and it's a mid-size printer. It's 330 by 330 by 400. Although we're gonna lose Zed once I put the top on. So we might be around, I don't know, 390 of Zed. Steve hasn't touched his Phoenix for, yeah, Steve has a Phoenix in the background of his streams and he's not working on it. I mean, I've got printers down right now that need work. LDO V2 needs a tool head board. This should be online hopefully today. If we can get this to finish doing the updates. There we go. Do you want to download the macros? Yes. Okay, and now we need to put clipper screen on here. Screen on. And then Crow's Nest takes a while, unfortunately. So 380, 385. Before it was 385, but that was with drag chains. And they were catching on this. The issue with the drag chain is you have that little cross piece here, and it hits your upper idler in the back. That's what limits you previously with drag chains. Without drag chains, you are limited by clearance of the tool head. So it depends how much clearance you want on your tool head before you hit the top panel. So if you don't put the top panel on, you actually get more room on a Voron. You get like an extra 10 mil roughly. If you take, or sometimes a little bit more. It depends on what you do for the top, but we'll see. Belts seem tight. Good enough. That's good. I'm not going to put the, we got to move the bed around because this isn't the final location of the bed. We're going to have to figure that out. Did I finish printing? I've had the whole suit printed for a month now. Hopefully Thursday's video is part 1 of the Power Armor build series. That video series will be ongoing over the next couple months to year. It won't be like boom, 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 boom. It'll be like part 1 and then a while later part 2 and then a while later part 3, etc. So part 1 of the Power Armor suit should hopefully be this week's video. So then I can actually start working on it. But it's all printed. I'm looking at it right now. It's all in boxes on the floor right now in front of me. So. But yeah, the plan is I've got a 300. Is this? Yeah, this is 300. So the plan is I've got 350 beds. I found a 350 bed downstairs. So because this is technically 330 on the XY, and I don't want to buy a 330 bed when I already have a 300 bed, what I'm going to do is just use a bigger flex plate and just not print at the edge of the bed where it's going to be slightly colder. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have a 350 bed on a 300 or a 350 flex plate on a 300 bed in a 330 machine. That makes sense. And I think I may have a package. Hey puppy, what are you doing in here? I got package. No, oh, it's snowing though. The wifey went somewhere after work because her and the little guy are not home. What's going on here? Oh, according to YouTube, I'm live right now. It's snowing. It is snowing. I'd open the door and show you, but I've got stuff in the way, so that ain't happening. Did I get my FedEx package? I did! And that's all I'm gonna say. Are you getting any new bamboo printers? No. Why? They don't make anything I would want. Like, I've got an X1 and a P1P. I use the X1. The P1P I don't really use because it's not enclosed fully yet. If you're you want to know, okay, I don't, how do I word this? How do I word this? The A1 series is nothing to me. I wouldn't, look at the printers I actually use. Out of all the printers companies have sent me in the past 2 years, the only printers I actually use are, other than machines I built, is the bamboos. So that tells you one thing about bamboo, is they're the only ones I'm using, but 2, the only one I'm using is an X1. And the Prusa. The Prusa Mark IV is downstairs. It's not out here, so you don't see it, but I do use the Prusa a bunch as well. The Prusa is I need to print something in TPU or PLA machine, essentially. Anything that gets printed in TPU or PLA or PETG is on my Prusa, pretty much. P1P to P1S upgrade video. That would require me to buy their P1S upgrade kit, which I'm not going to do. I have it wrapped in printed parts in Reflectex. It's right there. You can see some of it. Can you see it on this camera? No. You have an A1? Linus, if you have an A1, contact Bamboo and get your money back. There's a recall on it because your bed wire's faulty. So, even if yours isn't damaged currently, considering how easy it is to damage it, and by the way, you want to know what can cause your A1 to be damaged in a way that could potentially have it cause a fire? Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready? You ready for this? You do that to an A1 and you could bend the wire or break the bed wire in a way that causes a fire. Or it makes it susceptible to shorting. If you design something that's sold to the consumer that is that easily damaged during normal operation or transportation, you screwed up. Do a recall, fix it. They don't even use the same bed wire stress relief that they use on the A1 Mini. They use it. Quit using different systems on all your machines. I know you outsource everything to different groups, but keep things internal and find a design that works and stick with it throughout your entire printer line instead of having everything be completely different. Ah! Like, seriously, there's a reason we don't use main power bed, but I know it's really cheap to buy a freaking hot plate heater and plug it into mains. Also, that way you don't have to use a switching power supply. I guarantee you they have the same, like, I don't have an A1, so I can't verify, okay? But the bed on my X1 takes 8 minutes to heat up because I live in Canada. It's 110. That same bed in Euroland heats up much quicker. It heats up in like a minute because it's a mains bed at 220 at that point. So they use mains beds that are capable of 110 or 220. So that means it's either an overspec 110 or an underspec 220, so you don't blow fuses for amp draw. So I got a feeling they're doing the exact same thing on the A1 series. I got a feeling they're doing the exact same thing on the A1 series, where it's a mains bed because it was just cheaper. It was just cheaper, and they can use COTS items. So, like the wire that they use has like a grommet on it. I'm pretty sure it's just an off-the-shelf item. They're just using what's cheap because they have to get. They got their big ticket item that gets them the prestige that costs a bunch of money, and now they're just coming out with really, really cheap stuff to get people into their ecosystem. But the problem is they costed it down too much and they cut corners, and now they have a recall on their hands. So it sucks, but it is what it is. And then of course the defenders are like, they don't admit fault either. They're like, oh, it could be damaged during transportation or by user error. It's not our fault. We designed something that's so easy to damage. Us shipping it to you in the packaging that we designed and ship it in is enough to damage it, or you simply doing this is enough to damage it to the point where it can potentially cause a fire. But it's not our fault. They don't admit fault at all in their blog post. That's what annoys me. Nothing's ever Bamboo's fault. Nothing's ever Bamboo's fault. They don't go, we fucked up. Language, sorry. But they need a blog post. We goofed up. We're sorry, here's the steps we're taking. Because right now, if you got an A1, 2 to 3 months without a printer. That's how long the delay is to get replacement parts. 2 to 3 months. So if you have a Bamboo right now, an A1, if your wire isn't bent, you now know how easy it is to break it and potentially cause a fire. And it's a 2 to 3 months wait, or you can just send it back, get your money back. Yeah, similar to NVIDIA 40 series cable. Yeah, the same thing as NVIDIA and their 12 volt high volt cable. By the way, we're yapping because we're still doing this. Oh, it's user install error that's causing the fires. Yeah, but if it's designed in such a way that it's that easy for the user to goof it up, it's on you. You goofed it up. Remember, you make the printer that just works. Why doesn't it work? In line with the DJI roots. Yeah, it makes sense. They're all former DJI folks. What do you expect? They can't publicly apologize because, well, here's the thing. In a bunch of countries, this would trigger a full-on regulatory recall. In Europe, what was it? In Europe, there's a picture here. Let me find it. So I use this picture from, I think it was Vector Finesse's or Vector 3D's teardown of it. Where is it? Yeah, so this ain't good. This was a video of it sparking. Yeah, look at those sparky sparks. Num num num. Anyways, oh, this is also a great one. If you got a Creality machine, apparently you can see other people's video feeds in their app. That's always good. But where is the image that I want to share? This. There's supposed to be a cover on these. This breaks European laws, as far as I'm aware. There's also supposed to be a PF. What was I told? It's supposed to have something on it. PFC. It's supposed to have a PFC, which apparently it doesn't, and that breaks. There's a whole. for you Americans, the Europeans, the EU has a shit ton of regulatory rules when it comes to what you can sell and safety requirements and stuff. And you're not even allowed to work on mains voltages without a license. So here's your bed wire. It comes right in and boom, goes right to the power supply. Like there, boom, this is all split off the power supply. So you get mains voltage going through the whole thing. So yeah, Bamboo's got to really sort what they're doing out and figure out what they're doing and fix it, because that is not good. That's a big boob. That's what we like to call a bamboo-boo. Power factor correction. There you go. So there's a difference between a self-built kit and a commercial off-the-shelf item. So for those at home, oh, Boron did it. There's a difference between a DIY thing that you are now, once you buy the parts, you are responsible for assembling it in a manner that adheres to all local regulation. It is not our fault if you buy an LDO Voron kit and you assemble it and you burn your house down because you miswired the mains voltage, okay, in a European country where you're not supposed to even touch mains voltages without regulation. If you caused the trouble, that's on you. That's not LDO or Voron's fault because you're self-doing it, okay? You buy the kit with the assumption that you're going to take all the proper regulatory items. It's like I can go to Home Depot and buy the stuff to install a 220 volt outlet in my mains panel right now. I can go to Home Depot and buy it. By law, I'm supposed to have that inspected after it's installed to verify it meets code. If I don't do that, that's not Home Depot's problem. However, if I go to Home Depot and buy an electric drill off the shelf, and when I plug it into the wall, it burns my house down, that's different. So there's a difference between doing something yourself, using components you've sourced, you know it comes in a kit, and just buying the thing off the shelf that has the certification from the government that says it's good to go, because they have all their certifications to sell in the EU, which, by the way, a lot of those certifications, the manufacturer can self-declare. So they can say this meets the requirement and they can put their stamp on it, and it doesn't actually get checked a lot of the time until there's a problem. And then the regulatory body goes, hey, you stamped this with the ULCE sticker saying it meets the certifications, and now we checked it out and it does not. So now we're going to check all your shit from now on, or just pull your ability to sell locally. So yeah, that's why Prusa kits have their plastic shielding on before you install it. Yeah, and all Prusas are tested to meet local safety regulations and certifications. Has Bamboo submitted any of their designs to the EU regulatory body to ensure it meets all certifications? Or they just self-declare it and you're just hoping that they did and they're following it? Like, we don't know. We're going off of, Bamboo's word, which, considering half their blog posts are putting out fires. Just make good shit. Just spend a bit more, have your thing cost a bit more. Don't bargain don't bargain basement your design. You have a good thing going. The X1 and the P1 series are doing pretty dang good. I like them. But you cut too many corners chasing that market share, and now it's biting you in the ass. Because now if you Google Bamboo A1, you get recalled due to fire is the first thing that shows up. Like, I'm angry because you could be doing better. I'm angry because you're cutting corners. That's what I don't like. And also the whole cloud service thing, but I hate all cloud services, let's be honest. So anyways, yeah. And yes, we're still ranting because, what I hit, F11? There we go. That's still doing that thing. It's taken a while to put clipper screen on this. Where's the rant alert? I haven't actually set it up yet. I'm turning into every other big company. I'm not a company though. I'm a dude in a garage who talks to people on the internet. Apparently I got 1,000 people here though, so hi everyone. If it's your first day here, say hello. And what's your name? Please stand up in front of the class. Please tell everyone what you did over your Christmas break, what your name is, and what you're studying. Yeah, you can turn off the services. My X1 isn't on the cloud. Mine's completely broken off from the cloud, and it's running custom firmware. You're doing this, you're failing, you're trying to have a big company. Bamboo is the outlier. Again, I know we always talk about Bamboo on here, but you guys keep bringing it up, and I'm sorry, they make it too easy. Saval had a booth at Earth. Creality had a booth at Earth. I'm sure they're gonna be at Rocky Mountain. Like, they want to be part of this community without actually being part of the community at all. If you've noticed with Bamboo, they want to be part of the 3D printing community without actually taking part in the 3D community. Everything they do is completely on their own. They don't like participate in any like group things involving 3D printing. And then there's the whole, 3D printing thing where like, hey, we like modifying our stuff. We like, changing our things. We like having control of our machines and 3D printing. I don't always do that. Everyone who buys an Ender doesn't mod it, but there's, it's always there. And then they come in with the printer that like, no changes. You can't do anything without permission. Oh, you're installing custom firmware. We're going to completely lock down our ecosystem now. And like, it's like, I don't know if they it's like they're doing their completely own thing, and they just, that's what they want to do, and that's all they're doing, and they won't change. And it's yeah. So one guy sitting at a table from Earth from Bamboo Lab. Oh, what's his name? Good. I talked to him at Rocky Mountain. Bamboo hasn't sponsored a table. I'm not gonna say who it was, but they've hung out Bamboo. Somebody who represents Bamboo online, and I believe works for him, actually does work for him, has shown up at 2 RepRap Fests and crashed at other people's booth. Bamboo has not actually sponsored a booth at any RepRap Fest. Somebody shows up and hangs out with somebody else at a booth with a Bamboo machine. They don't actually sponsor a RepRap Fest. So CE marks are a self-declaration. It isn't a certification body like you. Okay, that makes sense. It's been a hot minute. I actually had a class on all that way back during my civil engineering days, but it's been a long time. Personally not a fan of trade shows. Yeah, but if you're trying to be the big hitter in an industry, you show up at the trade shows. Although I believe Bamboo did go to Form Next, which is, the big hoity-toity industry trade show, but they don't want to hang out with the commoners, let's be honest. Or at least from what, we see them do, they don't like hanging out with the commoners. They just want us to buy their machines. If you don't want to, I'm trying to call Bamboo out and get them to show up at one of these trade shows and actually actively participate in our community. I want Bamboo to sponsor a booth at a trade show and actually show up and actually like be a part of this community. Like, I'm ranting because I want them to do better. So. And also I'm ranting because this is taking a bloody long time to do. Maybe I should have put the Pi 4 in this. I'm tempted to just pull the SD card, swap in the Pi 4 and finish it, because it'll probably be quicker. RepRap Fests aren't like trade. Yeah, you're right. They're not, it's not the same thing. A RepRap Fest is not the same. And also, to be fair, they shouldn't even be called RepRap Fest. They've evolved beyond a RepRap Fest. Like, it's now 3D Printopia, for example. But still, if you're like, you go to a RepRap, you get Tim's computer, which is some guy named Tim who designed their own random printer that they're trying to sell, and they've sold 2 kits so far, and they're working on their 3rd kit, and they got a Discord with 10 people. They have a booth at a RepRap Fest. Yep, Bamboo. Nope, Bamboo. Nope. We're not going to participate. No, we're not. We'll crash at your pad. Apparently, they don't have the money. They don't have the money to sponsor a RepRap Fest. You know what? I'm going to say that now. Until Bamboo proves me otherwise, Bamboo is doing so financially bad they cannot sponsor a booth at a RepRap Fest. That is my statement. I'm saying Bamboo is doing so financially bad they cannot afford a basic sponsorship to have a booth at a RepRap Fest. There's your call out, Bamboo. Armchair Engineering has a booth at a RepRap Fest. Annex has a booth at a RepRap Fest. Voron. These are all non-for-profit companies, by the way. They have booths at RepRap Fest. Voron makes no money, and we have premium sponsorships to RepRap Fest. But Bamboo is doing so bad, they cannot afford a booth at a RepRap Fest. I wish Bamboo was doing better. I wish they were showing up at these RepRap Fests. It would show that the company is actually financially stable. But, you know, every other big 3D printing company can afford to show up to a RepRap Fest. But Bamboo cannot. I guess they're doing that bad. I can't infer any other reason why they wouldn't show up at a RepRap Fest, why they wouldn't sponsor a booth at a RepRap Fest. I can't think of any other reason why, if it wasn't for the fact, I guess they're not financially stable. I guess the market isn't there to support them sponsoring a booth at a RepRap Fest. I guess they can't do it. Just like this Pi 3 can't calculate how to install Clipper screen fast. I'm really sorry. I'm running out of material here. I've tightened the belts up already. I was gonna put the bed on, but I'm worried of it crashing. I don't want to damage the bed, so I don't want to actually put the magnet on the bed yet. So instead, I'm just talking, and somehow the viewer count's going up. So it's doing something right. Oh my god! I'm trying to drink a water from my LTT store water bottle. How's that? Keep ripping. I should go get my drone, then we can rip around the garage. Get my little tiny copter. By the way, you want to know what's disappointed? You know what really sucks? When you print something using limited material that you have on hand that isn't exactly cheap, and you forgot to set a minimum layer time, so this nice big print of this big solid object comes out beautifully, until you forgot to turn on minimum layer time, and it does that. And it just, I know it's, focus on that, focus on that. There you go, yeah. So I forgot to turn min layer time on, so it just blasted through that last little bit and it just melted it. I'm like, shit. I woke up this morning to take this off and I'm like, well, I guess we're using polycarbonate for this part, because this was the last of the copolyester carbon fiber polycarbonate blend. Vinyl part, yeah. It's where is it? Where is it? Is this it? Yeah. So here's the exact same part in polycarbonate. So this is the exact same part in polycarbonate with minimum layer, with a 30-second minimum layer time. So this is what we're gonna use. This is Polymax PC, and I did anneal it. I left it in the dehydrator overnight, which was, it says 80C. The dehydrator gets the 75C. I put a little temperature thermometer in it, so it got the 75. I figured 75C overnight, and then gradually let it cool down over the morning. Like every hour this morning, I went in and I turned it down a little bit. So this should be, you know, pretty solid. So this is the Y motor mount, I believe, or the X motor. I don't know. It's one of the motor mounts. It's still doing. What dehydrator do I have? I am really sorry, guys, that this is taking so long. I forgot how long it takes a Pi 3 to do Clipper screen, and we haven't even done Crow's Nest yet. I'm not even gonna bother with Crow's Nest. It's a Sultan Vita Pro. I bought this at Crappy Tire for like 30 bucks. It's got these little rings that are supposed to have a grate in the middle, so you can like dehydrate your meats. I cut the grate out. So those just stack, and then you put your spool of filament in there, and you put the top on. And it goes up to 70, although it actually gets about 75 inside. And then what you can do is you can make different rings if you need it to be taller. You can put a Home Depot bucket on it. So what you do is you get a Home Depot bucket and you just put a Home Depot bucket over it when you can stack up filament in it. So I've done that too. So, but you can buy those, you can buy them dirt cheap. Go to a Value Village or a Goodwill or any of those places. You can find dehydrators dirt cheap. Now, granted, the only downside with that setup is you can't really print out of it. I've done it before with the little Lazy Susan spinning with a Bowden tube. I've done it, but the Sunlu dryer. Sunlu sent me a DM on Twitter a while ago asking if I wanted one, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, cool, we'll be shipping them out by the end of the year. I'm like, great. And I haven't heard anything since. It's like Creality. They said they're sending me a K1C. They got my information and everything. And they're like, cool, we'll send it out before Chinese New Year. I'm like, great. and I'm watching like everyone else is getting their K1C and they're doing videos on it and streams, and I still don't have one. So check the Discord. Why don't I use the mainsail element? Because I've been using Kiao a lot lately. That's why. Wait, seriously? Who is this? Who is this? Brad? Seriously, Brad? Oh shit. Okay, so this is who is Brad? Are you the local guy? Oh yeah, this. Okay, I'm not gonna say who this is, but somebody local to me. Wait, are you actually? Okay, Brad, you're local to me. This is his A1. That's a broken wire. Can I borrow your printer for a little bit of testing, if you don't mind? We might be doing some investigations here. Holy shit, that does not look... Did you do anything to it? Are you in chat right now, Brad? I don't know, he just... I see this DM. Oh, this is from... No, that's from today. From earlier today, though. Oh yeah, and this I found absolutely funny. So here's the oh, I'm leaking Facebook, Discord stuff. Okay, so this is what you see in Apple's VR thing when you're talking to other people. So you get this like window that floats in the air, and this is how you see the people you're talking to. So you do like a face scan, and then it takes your face and it sticks it on a model. And just for comparison, here's Rainbow Six Vegas on an Xbox 360. I'm seeing the same thing here, guys. I'm seeing the exact same thing here. I don't know about you, but that is some premium graphics there. Totally worth $35.99 with an extra $200 to upgrade your storage from 256 to 512. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, look, oh, shoot. Okay, close all this. Okay, I'm sorry. I got like 20 different windows open right now on my desktop. Holy shit. Yeah, just looked at it today. It's my printer. I run it at my parents'. Looks like I'm getting the refund. I can't wait 3 months. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, the fact that like a random person who's local to me, their machine has a broken wire, straight up, if you got an A1, I'm saying it now, if you got an A1, just get your money back. Just get your money back until they, like, if you want to buy it again, when they do a revised A1 that doesn't suffer from this issue, and they've shown it's corrected by selling it for a couple months without another recall, I'd be getting my money back for the A1. It's a ticking time bomb at this point. For how many people, like, random person who's local to me, hey, here's a picture of my A1, it's fucked. Sorry, language. I gotta put a beep button on this. Like, I'm sorry, when it comes to anything that potentially involves safety, I'm super snarky about like calling things out when it's involving safety. Like, you guys know, like, remember the smoke with the X1? Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that is all that. Normally it tells you when it's installed. Back. Oh, quit. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, so we got mainsail, clipper screen, Moonraker. That I'm not gonna do crow's nest right now. So we're good. I can't. Okay, I gotta find my thing again. Okay, so we should be good there. So now pull it up here. R2-D2 has the worst Star Wars character. They had to beep everything he said. Ha, funny joke. First bamboo. Yeah. Well, okay, to be fair, the X1 did not have thermal runaway issues. It had a 3-minute timer on thermal runaway popping up. So what that means is it would basically, you know how most machines like activate thermal runaway after like 20 to 30 seconds. Bamboo had it set for 3 minutes. So when I saw the machine smoking and running way past its desired temperature and nothing happening for like a minute, I went, oh shit, it's thermally running away, and shut the machine down. And then Bamboo put out a blog post going, oh, sorry, we had the timer too high. It turns out it was 3 minutes. And then they're like, it's actually safe, don't worry about it. I'm like, well, how is anyone supposed to know that? If you get in a car, and if every car you've ever driven stops a certain way, when you put your foot on the brake and brake pressure and the way it works, and then you get in a car and the brake only works until you're 99% of the way down, you're gonna, as you start putting your foot on the brake, you're gonna go, oh shoot, the brakes aren't working, until they do work. Hey look, we're connected. Okay. So now, let's get back into this, because we have to flash the MCU. So we gotta flash this MCU. Big Tree Tech Kraken. Where's the GitHub? There it is. Somewhere. Okay. Download the bootloader bin to that. Press and hold the boot button on the Kraken and click the reset button to make it go into DFU mode. Run the following command in the terminal of Big Tree Tech right to the bootloader. Okay, so I gotta download the bootloader bin. Okay, so download that. Okay. Press and hold that, and go to DFU. Run the following command to write the bootloader. So is this bootloader.bin is this, I'm assuming? Okay, so let's just follow the instructions and see what it is. Isn't that for Marlin? No, the fact that it's a sudo command right here is Linux, so it's Clipper. So let me get a little SD card here. That'll work. Get this. Format disk. Hopefully I don't have anything important on that. Start. Yes. Windows was unable to complete the format. Can't format E. Okay, let me try a different card. Well, I just dropped one. Do the top bit, not the bottom bit. Yeah, I'm not doing this part. I'm doing this part because again, that's Clipper right here. Oh wait. Wait, is okay. What the f What do I use here? Do I ignore this whole part right here? Do I ignore this whole part? I'm assuming I ignore that whole part now. Okay. So 1 second here. Okay, do that. You go there, you go there. Cool. Okay, so there we go. So let's do advanced, build only, build and flash. What did you get?
Lunch for tomorrow and
What is that? Wild Wing? Buffalo Wild Wing? Or not Buffalo Wild Wing. What is that?
Wild Wings.
Oh, Wild Wings. Okay. Cool. One second. Calvin, come see Daddy. Come here.
It's okay.
Come here. Yeah, I know you gotta take your boot off. Let me see your head. What did you do to your head?
On his right side.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
No, that's
Oh, his right.
his right side, yeah.
Oh, you got a little bit of a bump.
Yeah,
There you go.
Don't go in the bathroom, look in the mirror.
Ah, there's the doggo. Go da. How'd you hurt yourself? Coven's 11. Yeah, Coda's 11. Okay. Poor guy bumped his head at school, apparently. Okay. So am I ignoring all of this part, I guess? So I guess we just do this, make menu config. Okay. So build in Flash. Okay. Okay. You can do either. Okay, well, so enable that. Microcontroller is at STM32. Processor model is the 723. Why aren't these in, or actually, are they SM30? Are they in alphabetical order? I don't know. So that's the SM32H723. We got a 128K bootloader. Clock reference is 25 megahertz. Communication is PA 11 and 12. And CANBUS on PD 0 and 1. Wait. Can you have two? How do you have two? It's either or. So I'm assuming USB. Because I do have CANBUS on this, but that's, I'm assuming I'll be doing USB because it's I'm talking to USB. Yeah, it'll be USB. Yeah, it'll be USB. Okay. Can't bridge mode. In first, choose last one. What? Or the other, yeah. So I've got USB, but okay, I guess the tool headboard, when we go to flash the tool headboard, it'll be over CANBUS. So this, because this talks to the Raspberry Pi versus USB, we're using USB here. So that's that. Okay. And USB or CAN, yeah, okay, so we're using that. Okay, cool. Okay, so we escape here. Save configuration, yes. Okay. Remember, when it comes to Clipper, because we're doing something new here, it's a little bit more complicated. Like versus if you're just installing Clipper on like an Ender 3, there's already pre-made configs and everything. So it's a lot more simpler of a process. But because we're kind of doing everything new and from scratch, we're gonna have fun doing pinouts. We're not even gonna finish this today, unfortunately. We're gonna have to go through and make our own pin config from scratch because I guarantee you there's no pinouts for a KRAKEN with an oddball sized V2 like this with an SB 2020 or 209. So, Okay, but Mingo, I can't pick USB and CANBUS, and right now I'm talking via USB. Like, I can only pick one or the other, and I'm using USB to talk, so... Like, we're connected via USB, so I can't pick the CAN bridge communication thing. It's one, see right here, or. I can't pick both. If the board is connected on the KRAKEN, you do over USB. Yeah, like the KRAKEN is connected to the Raspberry Pi via USB right now. So, yeah. So it's KRAKEN is USB to the Raspberry Pi. This is CANBUS to the KRAKEN. If using KRAKEN CAN port, I'm using the USB port. Like it's here. Let me flip it on its side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Hopefully I don't break anything. There we go. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I updated. You eat it. I updated.
Little guy gave me a Kit Kat bar. Okay. So, Kit Kat bar. This talks to this via USB. So I got a USB cable connecting it. The wiring would look a lot better if I trimmed everything and shortened it, but we ain't got time for that. So, am I using a separate CAN adapter? No, because the KRAKEN has 2 CAN ports built into it. So the KRAKEN, you can plug in 2 CAN devices because the KRAKEN is designed with Phoenix in mind, and the Phoenix is a 2-headed machine. So this, you don't need a separate CAN board. You just plug your CAN L and CAN other wire into the one of the 2 ports. So you don't need a separate CAN bus board with this. It's built directly into the KRAKEN. It's right here. You can see the 2 wires, and then the power, it pulls the power from the power supply. Which I don't know why there isn't a separate like 24 volt out on here to power that, but it is what it is. So we're talking via USB. Why is this taking so long to make the make? What is going on? It has never taken this long to do the make file. What is going on here? Yeah, it can talk over CAN, but we're not doing that. Yeah, it's a Pi 3. I've used Pi 3s before. Oh my god, Pi 3s before, and it's never had this issue. And this is a brand new SD card, by the way. Pi won't know how to talk this way. It's USB. I'm setting this up exactly how I've done every other board ever. Is it overheating? No, it's stone cold. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I had to hit enter. Okay, so we're gonna regular flashing method. So let's try regular flashing method. Regular flashing method. Go. Make flash. Sure. Cool. Or one or two. One or two. Which one? One or two? Let's try one. One. Default. Go. Do the thing. It's connected via USB. Go. Do the thing. Select MCU to flash. One. Cool. Flash it. Yes, flash it. Go! Flash failed. Oh wait, I gotta put it in DFU mode. Shoot, I forgot. I gotta put it in DFU mode. Okay. Wait, do I got it? You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna use the SD card. Screw it. I'm just gonna do the SD card way. Where's that? Where did I put that SD card? I'm just gonna download the stupid SD card with the pre-made flash image. I'm just gonna put it in, push the button, call it a day. Ready? Ready. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. You ready? Just gonna go up here. Oh look, there's a bootloader bin. Cool. Download that. Download that. I already downloaded it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Open that. Cool. Put that on there. Put that on there. Cool. Pull that. Pull that. That. Cool. Where's my SD card reader? Right here. Boop, boop, boop. Put that in. Okay, put that in. And now I need to download the bootloader bin. Press and hold the boot button of the Kraken, then click the reset button. So where's the boot button and where's the reset button on here? So I got reset, I got boot, I got 2 boot buttons. Why do I have 2 boot buttons? Okay, next person that posts a CAN or USB thing gets banned. Why do I have 2 boot buttons? Well, I guess I'll push the one button and then push the other. Okay, so push and hold the button. Yes, I'm using metal things for this, I don't care. Hold the boot button and tap the reset. Okay, so now it's in DFU mode. Okay, now I guess it's in DFU mode. I don't know. Okay, press and hold that. Run the following command. That is the DFU ID of the Kraken. You get it. So if I run this command. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, so it is in DFU mode. So we do this, copy that, do that. Could not open file. Not open file. Well, oh, the file is on, what the? I need the bootloader file on the file. How do I get the file on the file is on the computer. Where do I put it? Yeah, do I have SCP on here? Win SCP, I do have Win. Okay. No, not that one. No, fuck off. There we go, okay, so what is this one? 193, 193, okay. 193, pi, raspberry. Okay, cool, yeah. Okay, so I'm in the Pi, so where do I put this in the Pi? DFU, D, where do I put this in the Pi? Where do I put this on the Pi? Do I just put it at the very front of the Pi? Put it in Kraken. Where is Kraken? Home? Home? Pi? That's Marlin again. User. I don't even see user. Where's user? Home user, whatever. Just in here? Okay, just in here. Cool. There we go. File downloaded successfully. Error during download get status. You're in DFU mode. Oh, you're not in DFU mode anymore. Shoot, I gotta put it back in DFU mode. There you go. Now you're in DFU mode. Error during download get status. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh, that error is normal? Oh. Okay. So now you get serial by ID. There we go. Copy that. Over here, machine, .cfg, serial is that. Save and restart. There we go. Hey, look, it's talking to the MCU. Excuse me 1 second. I need to find somebody in chat who is screaming that this was Marlin instructions. Who was that? 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 Mingo! 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 My friend Mingo. This is Marlin. But we're talking to it. We're talking to it right here. So I guess that was Clipper. I guess that was Clipper. I'm just razzing you. It is what it is. And now I'm gonna permaban you. Boom. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can't bus. Okay, so it's online. The bed is still cold, that's good. The heater is still cold, that's good. Okay, cool. Now I gotta figure out the CANBUS part. Okay. Won't be able to use CANBUS port though. Why won't I be able to use CANBUS port? I'm using whatever they gave me. Okay, so now I gotta do CANBUS. Where is CANBUS? So how do I set up the CANBUS? CANBUS tree main. Okay, so somebody gave me this. So let's put this over here. Okay. Before we start, blah, 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 blah. Okay, general CANBUS guide, basic structure CANBUS. Oh my God, look at all this shit. Yeah, this is the yeah. Mingo, I didn't choose anything. I'm using the pre-built image they gave me. So I haven't chosen anything. I'm using the default KRAKEN image that Big Tree Tech has for flashing it. So I'm assuming it has CANBUS built into it, because again, the KRAKEN is designed with CANBUS in mind. So we're not using the image I made. I'm using the one I did. I think you need to query and make it, okay. Focus on the, it's because it's focusing on this. That's why. That's why. There we go. Stick. Okay, so now, can zero files Q length. Okay, this stuff usually comes, so do I just follow this? So let me see what Big Tree Tech build a Voron from start to finish with no distractions. With a modern, okay, it really depends. Because here's the thing: if you were to do it today, if you were to do a setup like a Leviathan with the tool head board, the Nighthawk, that simplifies everything. If you're doing a kit where all your wiring is pre-terminated and crimped, you already have all your printed parts, you have all your heat sets in, the firmware was already pre-set up on an SD card. Like, we're talking how I did my V0 build, where I built a V0 in a day, but I did like all the prep work the day before, so I basically just had to slap it all together and turn it on. I could probably do a V2 in a long day, a weekend easily. Why aren't you connecting anymore? Is the screen on? No, it's still thinking. It's just, wow, Pi 3s take a while to boot up. Everything, I guess, has Pi 4s. I'm used to much faster boot up times. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're back in. Okay. So put that in, put that. Oh, every time I see a full screen pop up. Okay, put this, put that. Control X. Oh, nope. Ah, shoot, I screwed up. That. Yes. That. Control X. Yes. Enter. Writing. Maybe I do have a bad SD card in this. Because it's taking a moment there. Okay. Set the bit rate. We need to set another thing. Cool, do that. It's a brand new SD card. It really shouldn't have issues. There we go. Okay. Your main CAN adapter. That's our CAN adapter. I think it was using. Okay, so I already have all that. Dedicated CAN server. Okay, so I have all that. So run ls USB. Copy ls USB. So we've got the STM32. We got a microchip, and a Linux thing. Okay. Command, most common USB will show up as a yeah, I don't have that. I have config. CAN 0 interface. E0 LOW LAN is for U2C. Oh, I'm not using U2C, so can I, oh. As a CAN, okay. Oh, use the printer main board itself as a CAN adapter. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay. The main board, USB CAN bridge mode. Is it, if you run, yeah, see, I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay. The following should take a, do not, there are also configurations for popular boards. Okay, KRAKEN's in there. Yeah, I see KRAKEN right there. Yeah, KRAKEN. There you go. Catapult config. What is all? Am I completely like lost here? What is going on here? Catapult config. What the heck is catapult config? for CANBUS. Okay. Okay, so to put the Kraken in DFU mode, hold boot 0 button while holding, and while still holding, press and release the reset button. Then count to 5 and release the boot 0. Okay. So hold boot 0. Push that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Okay. See, here's the thing. It shows catapult config. How do I get to this screen? Like, if you're gonna have a guide here, have the freaking command that opens this up. Where's the command to get to this screen? I like, scroll down. Where's the, this is as far as it goes. I'm at the bottom. My brother, it don't go any lower. Make menu config. Okay, so this is the same thing then as as the regular, because it's showing catapult config. That's the thing. It's from the main guide. Yeah. Where's the main guide? Where's the main clipper guide? Where the fuck is it? CD catapult. Yeah. Oh, it's CD catapult? What? Like catapult. Yeah, see, like catapult. It does nothing. Like, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, if you're gonna make instructions of things, make them so that somebody doesn't need to know what the hell they're doing to figure them out. I just ran through this and catapult is not the answer. Okay, so then, okay, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna do this, and if I break it, I break it. Cool, whatever. Okay. Sudo apt-get update. We're just gonna go through this, whatever. Oh, I don't even have catapult installed. This is what happens when you have too many cooks in the kitchen, because somebody's like, oh, you need to click this. And it's like, no, I wasn't supposed to click that. I was supposed to do a bunch of stuff first before clicking that. Do the hyperlinks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ignore all of you. We're going to stop fiddling with this today, and I'm going to talk to somebody who actually has this installed on their machine with CANBUS and see what they did to do it, because I know what they're doing, and I'm going to write that down, and then next Tuesday I'll have actual instructions instead of 20 different people telling me the same thing. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that. So what I'm going to do, watch, I disconnected that. I'm going to turn this off, turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, close that, close that. We're just going to go right here, and there we go. There we go. There we go. So what we're going to do, ready? Boom. Turn that off. We're going to unplug this. There we go. There we go. So what we're going to do is next week, when I go live, I'll have a full set of written instructions on how to do this correctly. And that way I have 20 different people, because let's be honest, half of y'all, more than half of you, have told me the wrong thing to do. Remember, we're doing Marlin here. I did the Marlin version. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, CANBUS is a pain in the butt. We're like, hey Max, how the hell do I do this? Or actually, I think Doc has one of these too. Whiskey stat. I don't have whiskey. I've got acetone with ABS dissolved in it. I've got Himalayan pink salt, and I've got WADA. You should make a page. On what? I don't have a site, and before we start, I have no idea how to use GitHub. I know how to download files off GitHub. That's it. Figured out off. Yeah, so the plan is I'm going to do this offline, get it all set up, and then what I'll do is I'll just do it again live. Right? We'll do that. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah. This happens all the time on this stream. Whenever we get to a point where I'm not 100% sure what's going on, and then you get 20 different people saying different things, and it's super like, remember, there's 500 people here right now. So make a video on it. No, I don't like making videos on stuff. Actually, I might make a video on it. You know what? I might just make a video on this. Might just do a video on it. Why not? Easy video. If I can figure it out. We'll see. We'll see. But you did both. You can't do both. You have to pick one or the other. Summer. Okay, which guide? This is one of the best CANBUS guides. Which one are you referring to? I've shut down all the links. Yeah. You've linked the correct one in the yacht club. Let me check. Which one's in the yacht club? There's not. I don't see anything in the yacht club. Anyways, whatever. When you do video, you can show the multiple CAN config for multiple toolhead boards, please. Well, I don't have multiple toolhead boards, so I can't show that. I literally only have one CANBUS toolhead board. I can't do multiple. The way CANBUS works, I think multiple is pretty easy. You just set it up, like you just set them all up, and then they just have different IDs, I think. Kind of like how you have different MCUs. It's the same thing as MCU callout, I believe, just different UUIDs or whatever CANBUS uses. Yeah, this is an RP2040. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is an RP2040 based one too. So I'm gonna have to hook a USB-C cable into this at some point too to flash it. Because I don't think they come with firmware baked into it. You know, I'm just gonna bug somebody on the Voron team who already has this set up operational and is running and they know what they're doing and they're not just saying random things, because most of y'all don't have KRAKENs. They just came out. I highly doubt everyone giving me instructions has a KRAKEN and has installed clipper on it with a CANBUS board, exactly the same setup I have. Does anyone in chat right now have a V2 with a KRAKEN with an SB2209 toolhead in it right now, installed and operational? Does anyone in chat right now have that? I'm not caring. I don't. Not if you have it. I mean, installed and operational. See, nobody has this setup. So you're all just kind of guessing at instructions right now. So you see the problem that I'm having here. It's the same as an octopus up to the point where there's CANBUS stuff. And we got this flashed. The KRAKEN's flashed. We got the KRAKEN's flashed. It's the CANBUS stuff we got to sort out. So there we go. Different CPU and pinout. Yeah. So we're not gonna fiddle with it live. Too much of a pain in the butt. This is, now you know why I like hardware. Hardware is easy. I go, this doesn't fit. I shall make it fit. And then we make it fit. 8's still using ramps. Why not learn yourself with CANBUS? And creating. Make Pearson, are you new here? How many? My brother in Christ. We're up at near 400 fucking streams. I stream 3 days a week. We do everything live. I'm always learning. Okay? I'm always learning. Usually I like going into stuff completely blind so that we figure out the whole process as we go. Like we did today, but the documentation's kind of all over the place. And then you have 20 different people trying to give me different sets of instructions, and then it makes it a mess. So we call it, and then I regroup, figure out the right set of instructions, and then we can't do it live. So, yeah. And then, so yeah. And you know what, Mike? I don't like that. Put user in timeout. We'll see you in a day. Kind of snarky ass comment that gets nowhere. Come back in a day. And you don't. Antagonistic content or comments don't lead anywhere. Flustered for a minute. Oh, it is. It is. You know how I know? Because the viewer count has gone up. Do the Super 8 Pro and RepRap firmware 36 with CANBUS. I have that. I have that actually. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no, it's a Super 5 Pro. I have a Super 5 Pro with the EBBB. Where did I put it? I have it somewhere. It's over here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the 36 board. So I could do duet CANBUS. There we go. Can you gift subs yet? I don't know. Let me try. Can I gift subs? Show your support. No, I can't. I can't gift subs. It's stupid. It won't let me do it. Let me try on a different window. I know Americans can, but I cannot gift subs, which I would love to gift some subs. YouTube has made it so that like you can gift subs now, but I can't. Oop. Yeah, see? Yeah. So YouTube allows you to gift memberships as a creator, but I can't in Canada. Like here, this is my screen. Like I don't have the option. Oop, show chat. I don't have the option. I can membership. I'm already. I'm not going to join. Like I can't gift membership without paying. Apparently you can do it for free, but I think it's only like American YouTubers. So you just plug it in, it's work. Yeah, but RepRap firmware has the advantage of being an entirely homogeneous ecosystem that is like its own complete thing. So RepRap has the advantage of being simplistic for that, because you don't have to deal with Linux and all like the other stuff that comes in with that. So it kind of sucks because everything designed for RepRap has to be supported by RepRap. You can't just come out with something new and just say, like, just kind of slap it in. Like with Clipper, it's a lot easier to just have random shit piled on. But the disadvantage with Clipper is you get the added complexity of having to support all this extra hardware versus RepRap, where it's like you got duet boards and you got the fly boards. That's pretty much it. So you have a smaller ecosystem of hardware where you have more known variables versus Clipper. It's like PC and Mac, okay? Where Mac OS only has to work on Macs, so everything just works. Versus, you know, Windows, which has to work on everything except Macs. So there's you know, you have advantages to having a more controlled ecosystem at the downside of having a smaller ecosystem of things you choose from. Axel gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Learn Linux. I have Linux. I've got laptops with Linux. I'm not going to learn to program because I don't do that. Just like, you know, I'm going to sit down and take a class on CAD before I learn programming. D is a licensing as well. Is it? No. Yeah, let me just type in RMRF. That'll make everything go by okay. Hey, you know what though? No matter how bad it gets, we can all look at this and laugh. No matter how bad it gets, it could always be worse. Why is the probe there? That's a good question. I'm assuming they put it there because they melted it originally in the normal spot. I'm also loving the just twisted wires out in the open. I'm hoping these are for fans or something low voltage, because they don't even have like protection on it. This wire just, I don't even know. And also the Creality glass bed that's just taped to the magnet. At least they used real Gates belt. So good on them for that. But yeah. Yep. It can always be worse. I mean, look at this. Look how nice this looks compared to that. Look at that. Looks so good. Don't blindly trust commands by random users on the internet. Yep. At least it's not Cat 5. I don't know. I don't think any of this is PTFE or silicon. This looks like the wires that just kind of came with, you know, I bought a fan and these are the wires that are on the back of the fan. Like, you got this. Like, no, they put in, I don't know. This whole thing is sus. That whole thing is sus. Okay, we're calling it there. The Nighthawk will be easy because the Nighthawk is just an MCU. Nighthawk, you just flash it like you would a controller board. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Got a 2049. Plug in a computer, flash it, done. Like, the Nighthawk will be easy. Where did I even... Do I have them out here? Oh, are they downstairs? Where did I put my Nighthawks? Oh, they're right here. They're next to the prints from the redacted. Yeah. So we've got the Nighthawk. So the plan is, I was really hoping to get this done in printing today, but alas, poor York, it is not. Yeah. There you go. Nice. CANBUS. Or MCU. Yeah, nice and easy. RP 2040, easy peasy. Super simple. Easy. The EBB36 can be a USB board. That's the plan. So if you're wondering what the plan is for the immediate future, I may just get this up and running off stream and make a video on it and call it a day, because I really want to get this build series over, because I need to get this printer operational so I could take the other printers offline to fix them. You know, I just put it in the bag. So the plan is, we're gonna do the giveaway in a minute here. I'm just finishing time. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. But the LDO V2, it has an octopus in it. The octopus is gonna stay. Originally I was gonna swap it to a Leviathan, but at this point I'm not. I'm gonna just keep the octopus in. All we're gonna do is just rip out the tool head wiring loom. I might upgrade it to a Clockwork 2 extruder too, while we're at it, while I'm in there, and just throw Nighthawk in it. Basically, I'm just gonna throw Nighthawk in it and call it a day, because I wanna get that machine up and running. The Trident, that is gonna get a Nighthawk and a Leviathan, because that has a Physec controller in it, which I don't really trust, and all the wirings die. So that's gonna get that and that. The LDO, or correction, V226, which is my V2 in the basement, that is gonna get a Leviathan as well. And that's gonna get probably like an EBB36 tool headboard. I might look into doing an XOL on it too. I might do an XOL on it. We'll see. So yeah. U2C board. Yeah, you can always use that. And then Toasty is going to stay as is. There's no point with Toasty. I've had no issues with the wires in Toasty yet, and Toasty doesn't see a ton of action. Like Toasty has printed more in the past week than it has in the past year, put it that way. It only prints small things out of specialty filaments, so I'm not too concerned. That's an umbilical, so I'm not worried about that. The bamboos, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, so that's going to be the next little bit. We're going to be doing renovations on a bunch of printers. So one day a week for the next little bit will be reno day for that. I'm running ramps and an EBB tool head board on Trident Legacy. So nice to have a tool head board. Yeah. I mean, a ramps on a Trident with a tool head board ain't bad, because, you know, yeah, okay, it kind of sucks. Unless you do the mod to get it to 24 volts. A 12 volt ramp's kind of shit. But like on a Trident, your Z is whatever, and then your AB motors. Everything else is on the tool head board. So it has lots of various tool head options with XOL. Vitali, who did the CNC tap kit for this, has a CNC XOL mount. If it's tap compatible, I might look into that. We'll see. I like tap too much to give up tap. I don't want anything but nozzle probes on my machines going forward. If I have the choice. I might put a cartographer, which is an eddy current probe, on the VZBot here, because I have one, in the future. But right now, just the manually leveled bed just works just fine. So I'm just leaving that. Trident's tap. This is tap. The LDO V2 is clicky, and I'm going to leave it for now. Because the config's already set up for it. So I'm gonna leave clicky in there. And then the V2 downstairs is also tap. So all my V2, or Yeah, 3 of my 4 Vorons we're going to be filling with already have tap on it, so. What probe do I have on switch wire? None, because the tool head on switch wire is ripped off, because I stole the... I think I've stolen the Pi out of the switch wire. I've stolen the Revo out of the switch wire. It's got... Does it even have an extruder? I might have ripped the extruder out of it too. I don't even know. The switch wire hasn't been turned on in like 2 years. How you would end up with an uneven gantry at the back clips are thicker to compensate for the thinner CLAB mounts. What? The back clips are thicker to compensate for the thinner clear AB mount. What? What are you talking about? An uneven gantry for the back clips are thicker to compensate for the thinner chaotic lap. Oh! Oh! I don't know. I just printed the parts and they seem to work. I don't know. It's working. I just printed. I think I might have modified the parts. I think I just made them thicker than I needed them to be to make it work. I mean, I had to space out the screws with washers to make them work in a few spots. We kind of just made it work. Pour one out for the switch wire. That's how I found it. Well, I've built the switch wire twice, and it's like my least used Voron, besides like the V0s. Why Clockwork 2 and not Galileo 2? Quite simple. I have the hardware on hand to do Clockwork 2, not Galileo 2. I only got 2 Galileo 2 kits. One's in here, one's in the Trident. So if I wanted to do another Galileo 2, I would have to get another Galileo 2 kit. And I've already got the hardware on hand to do Clockwork 2. So we're gonna do Clockwork 2, because I already have the stuff for that. Because right now that has Clockwork 1. So. Yeah, the reason I like tap is it gets rid of the macro hell. Like Clicky's good because it has the same advantage as tap in the fact that you're actually probing the physical surface that you're printing on, which is great because, hey, I want to print on this. I print on that. Hey, I want to print on my hand for whatever reason. I could just do that. It'll just home on it. It doesn't care. That's why I like tap. That's why I like nozzle probes, because you're actually probing the physical surface you're printing on. You're not probing something below that surface and hoping your print surface is perfectly even with no inconsistencies, which PI isn't perfect. So we're gonna call it there. Let's do this giveaway. Wheel of Names. So let me pull this up here. Wow, we actually have pretty much as many likes as we do people watching. It's a miracle. Okay, what am I doing for dinner tonight? I think I have some, like, you know, those really not great steaks that you bought because you were just happened to be walking by the meat aisle and they were like on clearance. I think I have like 2 of those left. I think I'm gonna do that. You know what's funny? I wanted to test this by putting "Did you like the smash button" in the questionnaire. Pretty much doubled the amount of likes that I get on a stream. Seriously, by just putting "Did you like the smash button" in the questionnaire, pretty much doubled the amount of likes I normally get in a stream. Normally on a stream, I get about half as many likes as I do views by the end of stream. And that's with like callouts, unless I do something like a real big call out to make you do it. But just putting "Did you like the smash button" pretty much doubled the amount of likes I got. So anytime you're like, oh, the YouTuber did a call to action. Yeah, no, it works. It does work. So that's why when YouTubers go, hey, don't forget to like the smash button and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, it's because it actually does work. And as annoying as it is, it does work. Okay, I need a number. Give me a number. So spam numbers. 6. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you all for not putting crazy high numbers. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, I already know because I'm 8 seconds in the future from you folks. Lodia. 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 Boop, boop. congratulations, you have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. So you will get an email from me after stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So congratulations, everyone. Golf claps in chat. Okay, so we're gonna call it here. Again, shout out to Big Tree Tech for the KRAKEN and the tool head board that we have installed in this machine. Also shout out to Chaotic Lab, which is pretty sure part of Big Tree Tech, for the carbon fiber XY joints and motor mount kit. Also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for them and more in the video description. They're affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra and go a long way in supporting the channel. Ajax, if you are listening to me, what the heck is a TD1? And then for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. I don't know if we'll touch base on this again. I might just do this offline and get it all set up and call it a day. Because firmware streams suck. Like, let's be honest, I know firmware streams suck. It is what it is. I'm about to install Crow's Nest on here and just let it sit for an hour while it does that. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna get this up online. So hopefully Friday, VZBot, we'll get the panels on the VZBot and we'll just do a print and chill once it's up and running. Saturday night, hold on to your butts, because Saturday night we start building an ANET A8. It's Saturday night because that's the night that I have whiskey available. Mingo, can be intimidating for a first time. I know, especially when you install Marlin firmware first, right? Anyways. Okay. So we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna go make some din. And yeah, so Friday, wrap up the VZBot, get the front door on it. Saturday, build an ANET A8. And then next Tuesday, hopefully something new. Because the Milo, I'm hoping we start next Friday. I'm hoping next Friday for the Milo. So. Yeah. Okay, calling it there. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you. Today's Friday. I'll see you tomorrow night. Goodbye. Wait, did I say it was Friday? No, today's Tuesday. I'll see you on Friday, and then hopefully a video on Thursday. Right? Who am I? Where am I? When am I?